You're live now, so you know.
Now, so I better come up with something, huh? Josh is somewhere here in the shop, and he'll be along any minute, I'm sure. So, and here he is. Thank goodness. You saved me from saying something stupid.
Did I?
Yeah, maybe. Never sure.
Usually, I'm the one that should be worried about saying something stupid. I have zero filter over here. You're pretty good.
Good morning, everybody. We're so glad you're here today.
Halloween's creeping in. You're going to start seeing little things start popping up.
I was wondering what that was on top of your machine. Oh, my goodness gracious.
Box right
We
there.
walked in, and good morning, everyone. We're going to let people jump on, so we're going to ramble. But that big box right there, Tony's like, what's in that big box? And I said, it may or may not be a 7-foot werewolf. My wife's the best. We hit up Costco yesterday. No, dead serious. Yeah.
The picture's on the other side.
I don't joke about that.
No.
You know, I went to
Very
this
serious.
one store that you would have really enjoyed. It was in Arizona, and it was just about Halloween. And they had gotten a bunch of skeletons, and they dressed them up. So they had all kinds of, here we could do all the, the costuming stuff that people have been doing or whatever. But it was really kind of cute.
Awesome.
It was all over the store.
I love that.
We should do that. We should dress a skeleton seasonal, like we do with David.
We could. For a while there, it was just Santa Claus. We'd put a mask on him, and but then we got a storage unit.
Yeah.
And we needed the space, to be honest with you. So how's everybody doing today? We got anybody on here?
Oh, we got lots of people on.
All right. Turn the volume
Maria,
down.
Joyce, Jill,
All right.
Janice. Everybody's
on there.
Wow.
Janice, Shar, Linda, Maria, Jill, Janice, Joyce. I think I said that again.
Good morning, everybody. Thanks for joining
And good morning,
us.
everybody. Happy Monday. Monday. That's right. Shares,
remembered.
likes, thumbs up, milk the cow. You guys are awesome, actually. You always do it. Share it with your friends. But if you haven't shared it, please do so. It helps us big time. We want other people like you to find us.
That's right.
Yeah.
And Chris is on YouTube.
Hey, Chris on YouTube. Yeah, our community is growing, and it's fantastic. It feels wonderful. I love it when we actually can, what's the word I'm looking for?
Have a conversation.
Have a conversation, but engage.
Engage.
Get feedback. Interact. That's the word.
I knew eventually.
Interact.
I had to go through all the words in my brain.
Now it's happy seeing you too. Thank you, Char. Your button's still working? Char, she brought it in. It didn't work for me at all. And then Terry set it down there and waved his magical fingers and pushed it, and it worked.
Good.
So hopefully it's still working.
Thank goodness.
You're happy,
Terry.
so I'm assuming so.
Mhm.
All right. So let's see. A lot of stuff. Tony and I were just saying it's the calm before the storm because it's quilt show time, literally, probably actually. But as far as the industry goes, yeah, it's about to get fun, you guys. So let's see. It's National Sewing Month, which every month is National Sewing Month. So it's technically National Sewing Month,
It
right?
is very much. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's like every month is Halloween for me. Every month is National Sewing Month for you guys, but it's officially National Sewing Month. And so you'll see, I'm pretty sure we've done some posts, and you're going to see a bunch of things. Brands like to do special deals, especially with Synchrony. So there's really good financing, 0% financing. This is the HD9. I will move the spooky hand.
Is that him?
Yeah.
Does it move?
Of course he does.
I like how it's moving towards me.
Good morning, Pat. Good morning, Michelle. Okay, good, Char. So this is the HD9, and I grabbed this one because we don't talk about it that often on here, but I tell you, almost daily, somebody comes in, and this is the machine that solves their problems.
So what sort of things is this for that would make it special? For
So
somebody?
it's heavy duty. The HD stands for heavy duty.
Oh, I got
So
that part.
it's a straight. Okay, it's professional too.
Professional. Okay.
But it's a straight stitch machine, and it is just that. It's fast, it's tough, it's mean. So people who are doing vinyl, doing bags, leather, this is a specialty machine in a sense, because it's just a straight stitch machine, but it's going to go through the layers and it's going to be accurate, and it's just a beast of a machine. So a lot of people have multiple machines, whether it's their embroidery machine, even if it's a combination machine. A lot of people use it just for embroidery. And then you've got your machine that you use for piecing or for decorative stitches. And then people have been starting to get wise and going, I need those that are doing bag projects and things, and even garments, but bags are the big one for this. They end up getting a specialty machine just for that. So that's where the HD9 comes into play. Baby Lock has the Accomplish 2 now, which is also a fantastic machine. A lot of times people ask us, what's the difference? Why would I go with either? And truthfully, the Accomplish is a little bit smaller. This is heavy. I'm not going to lie. I mean, it's literally like, the weight.
So like if somebody's taking a bag class and they bought this mainly because they want to make bags with it, would the heaviness be something that would keep them from bringing it to a class?
Yes and no. I know some people literally can't. Doctor's orders, I hear it all the time. I can't lift over whatever pounds. So some people, it may be physically too difficult, but more than any, I mean, you see people bringing in
Trolleys.
Solarises and trolleys and things. So technically, no. The Accomplish, though, if you want something a little bit smaller, maybe a little less heavy duty, then that is a good machine for that. Because it is just a straight stitch machine. But I'll be honest with you, we've done some tests, and I love my Baby Lock, but this has a little bit of a leg up. And I think it's just because of the size of the motor. It's got more oomph.
Okay.
Good morning, Doc. Good morning, Debbie. All right. So I love this machine. I just thought I'd share it. But again, Janome and Baby Lock, they're both doing specials because it's National Sewing Month. So just keep your eye out. That's pretty much it on that. It's an awesome machine. If you haven't demoed it, you should come in. It's fast. It scared me at first. I hit the pedal and it's basically a big old mechanical machine, but they've gotten smart and they've put some of the nice features that we love, like the scissors and the needle up and down, things that we can't live without.
Okay.
We've tasted the good life.
That's right.
You know what I mean? We can't.
That's the whole reason I don't have a featherweight anymore.
Right. And they have a gorgeous little straight stitch.
Yes, they do. But
looks good on a mantle. That's my personal opinion. And I know the featherweight army's like enraged. So, okay. And then Quilt Fest.
Yay!
Woo! It's going to be a good one. Boy, we just kept selling tickets and more tickets and more tickets. And that means a lot of people are coming. So if you didn't get a ticket and it's a last minute thing, I think enough people bought tickets ahead of time. That line shouldn't be bad. Don't let it deter you from going. Free parking. I think there's 50 vendors, more quilts, more art quilts. That's my personal. So it's going to be an amazing show. I really have a good feeling. And last year was a little bit slower than the year before, but it was still a great show. This year, I think it's going to blow it out of the water.
Good. Yeah, because I had a good time last year.
Right.
But I'm looking forward to this year.
Yeah, I think a lot of people did, but once they got over the fact that they waited in the heat for 45 minutes, that was the center's issue. They were trying to do something with phones, and it was a whole hot mess. So that's why the ladies that are awesome putting on the show said, let's get smart. Let's pre-sell tickets. And we did a ton of them. So fantastic. Good morning, Deanna. What would a step up be for the Baby Lock Jazz 2? Yeah, there's a handful of them, Char, and I know that you pretty much do free motion on it, so I'm going to lean towards an M6. Exactly, Tony. I don't know if you heard her say that. It's a huge step up as far as it does more than the Jazz, but to be fair, the Jazz is a pretty basic machine because it's mechanical. So, but throat space is a big part of why you and most people buy the Jazz, so might as well just take the big leap and go for the 13.75 inches. It's got all the cheater buttons that we love, but it's also, you're getting into the automatic tension world. And I mean, it's a game changer. So come in and see us. We got one sitting right there. We can play with it. Good morning, Nancy. My favorite on Mondays. Thank you.
Thank you.
Ours too.
That's sweet.
All right. Stick to the notes. Okay. Quilt Fest. Well,
Did you give him some sort of sign?
I was answering.
Yeah.
No, I was answering questions.
Okay.
Doing my job, Joann.
Okay, you're doing a great job.
Thank you. Good morning, Judy. Okay, so Quilt Fest is going to be awesome. We are taking Arrow cabinets, we're taking AccuQuilt, we're taking Caterpillar, and we've got a bunch of fun 3-yard bundles and kits and what else? Panels and stuff.
All kinds of stuff.
But we're changing it up a
demos.
little bit. We're doing a lot of demos. That's kind of the name of the game for us this show, because we always take the yard cuts and it's great. People come in and they sift through them and they buy them, but there's not as much, I'll use it again, interaction.
Mhm.
So we wanted to really go heavy on demos. So we're going to be doing Caterpillar demos, AccuQuilt demos, June Taylor demos. Thank you.
Oh, very fun.
So it's going to be awesome. Yeah. So if you cannot go to the show, and the reason I brought that up is that you're going to miss out on a lot of good fun and the quilts, but
Just have somebody take pictures for you.
absolutely. And we take a ton. So it's something about seeing it in person.
I know.
right.
You know what I
It's
mean?
No replacement, but
It's
it's helpful.
But if you can't go because life happens, and we get that, the store will be open all week, but we're doing 10 to 3. So just FYI, we're not doing 10 to 5. We're doing 10 to 3.
Okay.
On Monday, Tuesday as well?
Oh, no. During the quilt show. Sorry.
So
Wednesday.
Wednesday through Saturday.
Got it.
Thank you.
Mhm.
Yes. Good morning, Becky. Hey, Becky, we have your silver medal, by the way. We just found it sitting over here. We've been holding it for you and forgot to give it to you. So 10 to 3, Wednesday through Saturday. And if you can't go to the show, you're going to miss out on some sweet deals. But the good thing is we know what the deals are. So we're going to offer those to you here in the store.
Okay.
Now, we're not going to be able to have the cabinets, and almost all of the AccuQuilt will be at the show and the Caterpillar. But if there's something you have your eye on and you know that there's, a special going on, just reach out to us or come in and see Tamara and Christy and Shan, because they'll be here.
Okay.
So that's the big takeaway. And then we'll probably, if we change anything at the show, we'll let them know as well. Charity Sewing Day, September 28th. Awesome. Ryan's Case for Smiles. You guys are always good. Yep. Pillowcases for the children in need. And I tell you, you guys are always awesome. We get pillowcases year round, but the monthly international goal, or is it national? Anyway, the monthly goal for the whole organization is 40,000 pillowcases. Now, last year they crushed it. I think our goal was 500.
And we were right at it.
And we were right at it, right? Yeah. So this month, we're doing a goal of 1,000.
And we're
Wow.
I said
we're
that.
100 in.
I said,
The
what's that?
We're
pressure's
100
on.
in.
We're 100 in.
Mhm.
Good start. So, So if you can't come to our charity sewing party, please still make those pillowcases. Bring them in. There's sadly plenty of kids in need.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, it is unfortunate. All of our charity things, and I say it all the time. It's sad that there's a need, but it's amazing how many people come out and donate their time, and it's awesome. You guys are amazing down here. So we are always going to be taking those, but if you can get some in, if you got some time on your hands and you have some fun fabric, fun keyword, we want these kids to be happy when they see them. Bring them in, drop them off whenever it's convenient. Yeah. Oh, and the scissor sharpener, I was like, what did we cut it out? The scissor sharpener will be here on the 28th. So if you, again, can't join us, bring your scissors early, and then he'll knock them out for you, and we'll call you when they're done. And he's here pretty much all day, which is great.
Are they doing coffee?
I was just asked that.
She hasn't given me a confirmation yet. So Vanessa, if you're watching, you hear that? The people are asking. Toe Beans coffee. Yeah, I know. You've spoiled us because it's really good coffee. And those, now I forgot how to call them, the proper, it's a healthy energy drink. That's what we'll say. But it was a key lime, just heaven in a cup. It was so good. But she had a bunch of different flavors. So if you're not a coffee drinker, she has a bunch of awesome things. And hopefully she can join us. I don't know. She's been getting busy. She's been parked a bunch of different places around town. So fingers crossed.
Yeah. You've been advertising her too well.
Yeah. Well, and everybody else, because, well, rightfully so. She's earned it. She's awesome. And she does a lot of stuff with the community cats at Palm Coast, which we love. And thank you to everyone, by the way, who donated for those 2 months where we had the food drive and the quilt drive, I guess we'll call it. They were really appreciative.
Oh, good.
So it was great. All right. So new baby lock machines. The Radiances are still not in. Sad face. I think they're getting closer. Just in case you have no idea what we're talking about, it's the new top of the line combination machine for the baby lock, for baby lock. And it was scheduled to come out as soon as they could this month, but they've redone the operating system. Basically, they've made it better. And so they wanted to wait and make sure that they were all done the right way before they let them loose. So those are still coming. The limited edition ones are gone, but if you want one in the future, one of the first ones to come out, you can still come in and pre-order those. And my recommendation is, even though they're going to have them in stock eventually, it's going to take a while because so many people are pre-ordering them. But if you know you want one, give us a call ASAP. Get your name on one.
So are you going to have one in the shop?
Yeah. Yes.
Can't wait to see it.
I know. It's awesome.
Mhm.
It really is awesome. And then the Applaud, which is this, we do have in the shop. It's right over there. I showed you guys study hall, I think, last study hall.
And last week.
Yeah, and Judy's been playing on it. It's just awesome. A 6-thread cover stitch machine. It does amazing. It has these wipers, so it does a patented stitch that just is so cool. But it's also a cover stitch machine, just FYI. People were kind of asking that question. So it replaces the Euphoria and then has those add-on features. Those are in stock, and if you haven't seen it in person, you got to come see it. It's awesome.
So you said it
Pretty
replaces the Euphoria,
Well, like the Euphoria is just a cover stitch.
but they're keeping that still in the line.
I imagine they would get rid of it.
Eventually.
I don't have a confirmation, but I mean, in my mind, like I won't carry it.
Hmm.
It wouldn't make sense in my opinion. Like, why would I buy the Euphoria if I could get this that does the same thing as the Euphoria, but it also does?
Mhm.
Yeah, and well, at first release, but no, I'm pretty sure that the goal is that it's taking over. I may be wrong, so maybe somebody doesn't want a beautiful, awesome stitch in their life, but you never know.
It is so cool.
So okay, baby lock machines check. Let's see the
Oh
last
my
couple.
goodness, this list goes on forever. I'm
No, I
sorry.
wasn't
I'm
sure.
going to go get some coffee.
I wasn't
I'll go
sure
get
if
a
you were
bigger-
still going to be here. I'm trying to go
Bigger
fast.
sticky notes.
I'm trying to go fast. Okay, Fiber Play Club. Did I say it right?
Yes.
Ew. It's this Thursday from 5 to 7, 5 to whenever we stop, really. We're doing thread painting, which is really cool. Last time we pounded flowers. The time before that, we did ink tints. So it's been really fun. Just people are coming in and we're just playing, but we're trying new things. So free motion thread painting is something that a lot of people are not comfortable with. So I'm going to set up a few machines and I'll do a little demonstration, but really I want people to play.
Mhm.
So if you have a machine where you can lower the feed dogs and you have a free motion foot, bring it. Because if you learn a new technique, it's better to learn it on your machine because then you can go home.
Mhm.
If it's too much trouble, by all means, please, I want you to play on these machines because I'll have a stitch regulator set up so you can see the differences. But more than anything, I just want us to play and have fun and not be afraid of thread painting. Look at that face. See, that's- be courageous. And look at it this way. If it's on my machine, maybe they won't be afraid to break it, right? You can't break your machine. I mean, we can fix it. What's the worst case? You're going to break a needle. You're going to lock it up. We can unlock it and change the needle. So you
He
shouldn't
knows
be
how to do
afraid.
these things.
Yeah, so we're going to play. That's the whole thing. But again, if you are going to be joining us, please give a call if you have any questions. But really, if you can bring your machine, awesome. If not, don't worry about it. And register. Is that what you're saying? Yeah, if you go to cutupandsew.com, like all of our clubs and classes, even though it's a free, we're cutting little kits, so it helps us be prepared.
Right.
Almost done.
Okay.
And we've already talked about Friday the 13th. So before I show that, I'll just talk about it again. Well, you mentioned it at the very beginning.
We did.
We did?
We talked before we got on camera.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
because I wasn't part of that.
Are we, look at this. We're on fast forward.
Oh my goodness, that's really weird.
Are we good on your end, Tony?
Oh, yeah.
Nobody else is saying anything. Cool. How can I join your thread painting on Thursday? Tatiana, we'd love to have you. Just just come in
At 5 o'clock.
at 5 o'clock. But if you go to the cutupandsew.com website and just click on the calendar, you can register right there and let us know you're coming. And a whole bunch of people joined on. So good morning to all of you. Hey, Becca, looking forward to this new technique. Yeah, if you haven't done it, I'm telling you, it amazes me how many people are so afraid to just go, hit the pedal and go. So
Yeah, I understand. I'm the failure.
Yeah, no, you're not. But so there's more people that are afraid of it than not.
Yeah,
Truthfully.
I think the idea, or one of the things that I have found, is that in my mind I have an idea of what I want it to look like, and on the sewing machine it's not looking like that. But I think what you have to do is kind of allow your mind to not think in terms of exactly what you want it to look like, but allow your mind to be a little creative, a little free flowing.
Absolutely.
And,
let loose.
That's
Relax, loosey goosey.
you can do those exercises to begin.
Maybe. So Judy saw it too. She said that fast forward was bizarre. Back to normal. Okay, good.
Good.
It was like a
Weird.
weird fast forward thing.
Mhm.
It
I
wanted
was
me. It was
afraid
telling me to hurry up, speed up, dude.
I was afraid it was going backwards. but-
No, I wasn't sure. Good morning, Karen. Okay, and so the specials for the Friday 13th are
When is Friday?
Friday 13th. It's Friday the 13th
This Friday.
of this
This
month.
week,
It's
yeah.
this Friday. Yeah. And Friday the 13th obviously is, historical for being a fun, spooky Friday. They made the movies and all this thing. And so since we're preparing for Halloween, we figured why not? Let's party. So Friday 13th, we're going to have 30% off of all Halloween fabric. And then we're doing 13% off because it's clever, right? Off of what?
Notions and accessories.
Notions and
You
accessories.
guys are so awesome.
Okay. That's all it takes, huh? 13%.
Constantly amazing.
It was going to be 10, and we were like, "Oh, hello. What's an extra 3% for these people?" You know what I mean?
Right.
These are our friends.
Your friends.
So that's going to be fun. So yeah, and that's all day on Friday. And then I've got fabric and code word. So since we're talking about Friday the 13th, the code word for the cash pig for this week is 13.
13. Okay.
Yep.
Remember it.
And if you come in and pay cash, in case you're new, anytime you pay with cash, we put your name in a drawing for a gift card. And so that's called the cash pig. And if you say the secret code word 13 this week, you get 2 tickets.
2 tickets. I wonder if the people who win that actually put 2 tickets in there.
Well,
Janice won last time. She might have.
Might have.
And she hadn't won before. So if you're smart, you know what I mean? You just come in and buy a little something here, throw $1, code word. There's no it's a certain amount of cash. It's
It's just cash.
It's cash.
And this is all month long too.
It is all month long. Yeah,
Wow.
it's for the month. So
So you could have a lot of tickets in there.
Exactly.
yeah, and I even say, sometimes people go, "What about check?" And I'm like, better than a credit card. So sure, you know what I mean. So the idea is, we're never going to be that store that charges you guys more for the credit cards, for the credit card processing, which it seems like everybody's doing.
Mhm.
So we're just bribing you to use cash.
Yeah.
I mean, it is what it is. But it works. Good morning, Tris. All right, so new fabric.
Oh my goodness, I'm so excited about this fabric.
Let's start
It's
with these
beautiful.
3 first because you're not excited about this one?
No.
I know you're excited.
No.
So
That's pretty
this was, I forgot. What's the fun name of these? I can't remember the name of this one. It was anyway, this was the last time we had the line in, and we made this sample, and I think we sold out of everything except we have a couple of little pieces of this left or something, but it's just so fun. It's awesome. So they've done it again, but this time they've added some cool flamingos.
Look at the flamingos. I just love them.
I know, and it's
You
great.
know, flamingos are so in these days.
They
We're
are
in Florida.
in every state, though. I'll be honest with you, and it'll go well with the shop hop fabric.
I love
I
the
mean,
sunglasses.
Come on, ice cream cones with sunglasses.
It's because they're too cool.
They are too cool. And then this time they just made these awesome gorillas. Hold on, does it have the guy? I'm gonna flip it over this side. I like these guys better. They're all cool, but I like the guy with the hat. Oh, he's wearing a shark mask. Oh, these are great. So
Oh,
it's
there's one with a bunny.
yeah, and
bunny
I
ears.
believe it's running yardage.
It looks like.
I don't think it's a panel. I think it's running yardage, but they're
Look at
just
the
too
pirate
fun.
hat one.
It's amazing.
What is
So
the one with this banana sticking out of
The
his
crown.
banana crown.
Don't see those often.
No. Okay, and then this is what Joann was
Oh
excited
my goodness,
about.
they're beautiful.
Yeah, Shell Ramel. These are. It's called brush strokes. It is absolutely gorgeous.
It's just
It's soft.
it's
It's
so artistic.
super artsy. It's really pretty.
Very beautiful. Look at these.
This one is probably my favorite, but this one's nice too.
We're gonna hold on to this one for just a minute.
Well, it's
Okay.
got like roses in it.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Yeah. And this one's got such a cool
Oh, neat. Like a kaleidoscope.
kaleidoscope. That will be one that when you open it up, it even looks cooler. You know what I mean? We don't have to do it on this, but
That was just
and this is again a nice soft blender, so you get all those colors in the.
But you know, there's kind of eyes in here. This is a little creepy. Look, eyes.
Collage quilting. See, we see eyeballs and everything.
You never know when you're going to be without.
Yeah. Good morning, Susan. Damn it, what's up? You continue to amaze me.
Dad.
Thanks, Dad. He ain't wrong. No, I'm just playing. And then I lied because I didn't have it on my sticky note. It was a last minute grab because these just came in. But we got some really nice new scissors in. And these are the Class A. And you only can tell they're good scissors when you hold them. And the weight of these, it's got the good weight to them. It's all one piece, really heavy duty stainless steel. So, I mean, these are phenomenal and they're priced really nice as well. We love our Kai scissors, but I went to when we were at the Baby Lock Tech, we sat and I got a little demo with these and I was impressed. So come in and check these out if you need some new scissors. These are the tailoring shears, dressmaking shears, and then embroidery scissors.
And these embroidery scissors look really nice. They it looks like they cut all the way to the tip, which is always nice when you're cutting fabrics in your applique. And they're not, the others are a little heavy, but these are not heavy at all. And they have a nice kind of cushiony handle on them.
Yeah, they have the decent grip on it, which is nice.
And, you know, did you notice this? It has a little place to put your finger on these.
On the back end here.
Right here. So you can rest your hand there.
Oh, on the top. Yeah.
It's unfortunate you can't really see that. You can't really.
Are they left-handed or right-handed or both?
This one's both. This one,
that one.
Embroidery
I
are.
like this one.
They don't say right or left, so I'm guessing right. Sorry, lefties. I know it's tough for you guys at times. You're a lefty?
Yes.
And so,
I am. Thank you very much. Supposed to be.
I was waiting to see if you saw that. That's laid in there. Like an ink spot test. Yeah, that one is cool. It is like an ink spot test. That's neat. So, all right. New fabric is in. Code word is 13. I have talked about everything on my list.
okay, you're done.
Finally, right?
Finally.
I didn't say
The
it this
floor is
time.
yours.
It's 30 minutes.
Okay, so
That's a little
today I had a couple of things I was going to talk about. We'll see if we go through both of them. One of them is I can't tell you how many times I hear people say, I don't have room for a design wall. And so I thought, you know, I have a feeling that almost everybody has a room for a design wall. You just don't know it. So I've brought in a couple of ideas of things that you can do to create your own design wall. Now, the first one is just this plain old, it's foam core board and it has batting glued to it. So you have a little bit bigger thing. Now, this is big enough to, or small enough to take to classes with you if you want. Or, and it's actually, you can actually press on it. If you want to use your iron on it, it won't hurt it.
Just double-sided?
I have double-sided it, but you don't have to.
Oh.
It's because the other side was ugly. So I put batting on both sides. But it's nice. You can put a pin in there if you want to pin something in. It's a great place to try out blocks and see how the blocks are coming together. So it's a good size. It's not small and it's not too big. And it's the sort of thing that you can tuck. My famous place to tuck things is behind dressers. So I'm constantly hiding things behind dressers.
People bring cutting mats bigger than this to class. Like this is great.
Mm-hmm.
Because I see even when you're working at the table, you know what I mean, and you're putting things on the table to build it on something where it's not moving.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
We should make a bunch of these for the classroom or something.
Should.
Or you guys should make your own and bring them.
That's right. Or
Whichever.
we can make them and sell them. Whichever you want. And
He didn't like that. Did you see that? Just chopped out.
he was offended. I'm sorry. I didn't do that. The other one that is a really nice, it works out really well, is the flannel back vinyl tablecloths. And those are nice because you can take a strip of, if you've got wall space anywhere, even a closet, you can tape it up there with painter's tape. Painter's tape will ruin your wall. It gives you a place to put your things, and it's fairly big, so you can lay out a good portion of your quilt. And then if you decide you want to take that with you to class, to work on it at a class or at a friend's house or a retreat or whatever, you can just roll it up and it's all ready to use there. So flannel back vinyl tablecloths, you can find them at the dollar store. Pretty easily accessible. You just throw them in the dryer to get the creases out, and then they're ready to use. So that's one thing. Another thing that I used to do was I would take, you can do a flannel sheet, or you can buy flannel, and you can make it as big as you want.
Real fast, Char. This was 18 by 24.
Yeah,
She asked what size it was.
It's just the standard size foam core that you can buy at Michael's or Target.
Oh, you didn't cut it. You just bought it. Okay.
Mm-hmm. I just bought it. Okay. So then this is actually a piece of flannel, and you can buy the flannel at Hobby Lobby or Joann's or whatever, and it's pretty decent flannel. And I've put a pocket in the little pocket here, like if you're using a flannel sheet, you would have that little pocket at the top. So you can take this, you can put some command hooks
strip. Hooks
at the height that you want it to be, and then you can take a dowel and put a dowel through here and put it on your command strip. It'll hold up just like that, and you'll have a nice design wall, and it'll be all ready for you. And then when you go to take it down, you just take it down. Once again, tuck the dowel under your bed and fold everything up and put it away. So it gives you a nice little design wall there. Another thing you can do is, instead of the command strips and the dowel, you can take kind of medium-sized nails, and right above your either the door to a room or your closet door, there's that molding. And so you tap those nails in, probably 4 or 5 of them across the top. And you can use these little hooks like this. And these little hooks you can get at Target, and they have a clamp on them. And you clamp that to your flannel, and hang it on the little nails that you've tapped in. And that will give you a very nice little temporary flannel design wall. And easy to use. You can even put a pin through it if you want. It's pretty easy. You can do it on a closet door, a door to the room, or your patio door.
True. These are awesome. We use them around the shop. I mean, you can get them on Amazon too.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to go to Target.
Okay.
I'm just saying. But make sure when you get them, they need to be. These are good. Mm-hmm. I've bought some. Like don't go super cheap and buy. I always say it about thread, like $400 for $1, because they won't have the grip.
They don't have
strength.
The grip, and
these are good. So
some of them are really hard to open. So you need to be careful.
The first time click, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You want them to have a good tight grip.
Mm-hmm.
Like some of these quilts that we hang are heavy.
Yes.
And I know people that put these on, like when they finish their quilts at home, to just display them.
That's right.
So.
And that's what I do, because by the time I finish a quilt, honestly, I do not want to put one of those sleeves on. I hate putting those sleeves on. And so I like using the little circle things that I can just clip onto my quilt and hang it. So those are some ideas for a design wall. Easy to use, not very expensive. You can buy the flannel sheets at like Walmart or Target. And the interesting thing about if you end up having to buy a flannel sheet set, then the pillowcases will fit right over your foam core. It's just the right size to fit on there, so you can have a big design wall and a little design wall that match.
Do we still have the flannels, the grid flannel here?
Oh, that's right.
Well, I was getting ready to say that. So I love this
I love
idea.
it too.
Some
I was
people
like-
like that they make them. We used to sell them, and I can get them again.
Mhm.
It's design wall. They call it kind of portable, but it has grids on it, so it's
Yes.
gridded, which is really cool.
It's very nice. And one of the things I was going to mention is if you're buying sheets or the design wall, the flannel design wall that you can buy that's already done, it's made by, I think Kay Fassett was the original person who did that. And it's very nice. And I do like those grids. Now, let's say you don't want to buy the Kay Fassett or you can't find it. You can buy a sheet set that has plaid in it.
That's a really good point.
That's
you
so
can
funny.
use that.
That's
And sheet sets are bigger. You know, if you get the queen size.
the big ones. Yeah, because the
That's
cave
right.
ones are a little bit smaller.
Mhm. They're only
The
about-
idea is
two
it's a
by-
portable. Yeah.
right,
Yeah, and Trish says she uses the curtain rod to do the same thing with the black clips.
exactly.
And then Linda and Trish, yeah, if you'll post a picture, that'd be awesome. I think you're asking what these hooks are called. Hooks,
You can find them in the area
Curtain
where
Rings or
curtain
Curtain
rings.
rings.
I would
You
say
can find-
rings are what it's called.
yeah, usually if you're going to the store to find them, you'll find them in the area where they're selling shower curtains and different curtains and things because it's a way of hanging those.
Yeah,
things.
and we have some out there that are on an actual shower curtain, like the thicker rods, but make
Mhm.
sure you get look at the
size.
diameter
Right.
for the dowel that you have,
Mhm.
or if you're using a curtain rod, get the bigger ones because that's not going to fit on some of the.
Mhm. Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, and one of the things is you want to make it fairly lightweight so it's not cumbersome to either take with you or put away or tuck away.
Yeah, that's true. Good morning, Kay. Good morning, Teresa.
Okay, so that's it on design walls. Now, the other thing that I hear a lot is, you bought your pattern and now you've come to pick out your fabric. And how do you pick out fabric for a quilt? And one of the things that I like to do and it's especially good when you're just starting out, is I have these little squares that I made out of cardstock. And you can see that they're open and therefore looking at your fabric on a smaller basis. So let's say that your pattern calls for 6-inch squares, and this is your fabric. And, it's really easy to come in and see a piece of fabric that you just love and you just really want it and you want to put it in that quilt. But how will that design fit in your pattern? So like if you have this fabric and you want to do 6-inch squares, well, you're going to get a nice array of color in that 6-inch square. And you know that because now you've put this little card down and you can see what it's going to be. And you can move it around the fabric and see how different cuts of the fabric will look in your quilt because you've moved this around to see some different.
If you're trying to fussy cut and you want to,
Mm-hmm.
you've seen people do this, right? Or
Mhm.
you're doing this number when you're trying to match fabric because your eyes can't help but bring in every bit of color that it sees. So this is really smart.
Yeah.
It's so simple, but
But let's say you want to make your squares 2 inches, you're going to have a much different look. Your fabric's going to look much different in the square because you're not going to get as much color in it. Now, maybe that's what you want. Maybe by looking at this, you say, oh, this is great. I can do a center of a star and have the center of the star different in all of them because there's all these different colors in here. But if you want to have all the colors or a lot of color in the square, it wouldn't be good. So I have these cut. I cut these in all sorts of different sizes. I've got 1 inch. The largest one I have is 6-inch. And then I've also done triangles because it's hard to see. Let's say you want to see all these little nice little,
well, look at these.
all these little triangles. You can look at your fabric and see how that fabric is going to look in a flying geese block. And I also have circles.
Yeah, because sometimes if you don't plan it out, you love this fabric, but then you just start stripping it or doing whatever. And a couple of the pieces they're not showcasing the fabric.
Mhm.
So this is
Exactly.
smart.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And you want, I think that's one of the things that can really happen is when once again, the quilt looks different in your mind than it does in actuality. So what you want to try and do is narrow down the amount of times that it doesn't look good when you get it home. So this is nice. It's also a great training place. If you're, it's nice for fussy cutting and kind of evaluating your fabric. But if you're new to quilting and you walk in the shop and it's totally overwhelming because there's so much different fabric and so many different things that you like, when you use something like this, it starts to train your eye to see what you're gonna get in the final result. So let's say now it's really important when you're new to choosing fabric, it's really important to be able to make those, to be able to evaluate your fabric like that. But the more you do exercises like this and things like this, you will get to the point where you don't need them anymore because you've trained yourself. And so those are my things for today.
I love it.
That's awesome.
Sometimes when we do these things, some of the conversations we have and some of the ideas, it seems like it's common sense or so simple, but it's not. People don't think about it. So I love that we do this. I love that you're constantly bringing things like this to the table. I mean, you've done techniques on certain cutting, but this is stuff that people utilize daily. So it's great. And I think everybody else agrees. It looks like they said that was a great idea as well. All right. So I guess we will call this the Q&A part of the show. So if you guys have any questions about anything that Joann just mentioned, anything not related to what she just mentioned, we want to make sure we leave time at the end of the show so that we can answer any questions. And then I'll just recap and tell you guys to have an awesome day. That was great. I don't think there's any questions. Did I miss anything on YouTube or Instagram?
Nope.
We need some Jeopardy music.
Careful, we're gone. Facebook will take
Hey, copyright.
Oh.
That's right. If I sing it, they won't be able to tell what it is. All right. Well, if you guys think of a question, pop it in there. We'll see it. But just to recap, it's National Sewing Month. So keep an eye out for 0% financing deals on Janome and Baby Lock. If you haven't played with the HD9, come in and do so. It's awesome, especially if you're a bag maker. It's a game changer. And then the Applaud is in store. So you should definitely come and play with that. And if you're interested about the Radiance, give us a call.
We should start serving lunch so people can just come in and spend the day.
Come on in. The problem is there's a class going on every single day. So where would we put the food?
Here.
And you'll have people saying, I'm gluten free. I'm lactose. And I'm like, oh, boy.
Okay. Well, I guess then we just have to go across.
Rosa asked if you'd be selling the frames.
Selling the frames? Yep. $49.99.
What frames?
I'm selling your paper frames. It would cost you like $1.50. It's just cardstock, right?
It's just cardstock.
So I will be happy to cut you some, Rosa. $49.99. Not really. They do make templates, but not in all those different colors, and it could get expensive if you're like we have the Martelli that make, and they're not. I mean, they'll last forever. You know what I mean? Where these can get bent and whatever, but this is way less expensive, and you can cut any shape that you want.
Yeah, and you cut them to the shapes that you use. Like these are cut to my shapes, the things that I use, as opposed to things that other people might find important. Maybe you use 2.5-inch strips, and you want to cut a 2.5-inch strip.
So did Joann? Did you staple the batting to the form core board? Oh, to the. No,
I initially used the 505 glue and just sprayed the board with that, and then put the batting on top of it. I do go around the corners, and I use like Elmer's glue, which should be in everybody. We should sell Elmer's glue here. Just Elmer's glue around the corners because the corners will come loose. If you go online, you can make these really cute. You can do a little border around the outside, and online they will tell you how to do that. Personally, this is enough for me. That's right. I'm more, what is it?
Practical.
Function follows form.
Yeah, and I don't know about Elmer's glue, but like the fabric fuse, that stuff is awesome.
Yeah.
Elmer's glue. I feel like half the time when I use it, it either comes out and you can see through it, or it just doesn't stick. But I've never tried it on that either. This is just batting, so it's pretty much going to be easy to hold.
Yeah.
Right. And then let's see. Thanks for the quilting food for our brains. That's good. I like that.
That's clever.
She glued it. You guys did great. Hey, Finn. Okay, cool. So National Sewing Month. Look out for the deals on the Janome Baby Lock, Quilt Fest, Quilt Fest, Quilt Fest. We'll see you guys there. And remember, the shop will be open 10 to 3, Wednesday through Saturday. I got myself. I did it. Wednesday through Saturday, Monday and Tuesday, business as usual. Sign up for the charity sewing party on September the 28th, Friday the 13th. Friday, we got to say it spooky. Friday the 13th. Spooky hands. We're going to have a spooky good deal. You like that? It's 30% off of all Halloween, and we still have a lot of Halloween fabric. Like you're surprised, I know. But we still have a ton of Halloween fabric, so last minute Halloween gifts, deals, whatever. Or prepare for next year. Buy Halloween holiday fabric when it's on sale. And then 13% off of notions and accessories. Thank you. Fiber Play Club is Thursday at 5. We're going to play with thread painting this Thursday. Sign up at cutupandsew.com. Code word is 13, and that's it. Boom.
Done. It's a wrap.
All right. You all have a great day as well. And as always, live to create.
I forgot. Just be brilliant and create something.
That's great. I love it. Bye, guys.
Bye.